All right, what's going on, guys? Nick here with DNA Archery. Today we're going over the MACV platform boot from GORUCK. I've got the MACV-1 and the MACV-2. This is the newest platform that they just came out with. They'll drop at the end of May. I want to go over the comparison between both boots here. If you're not familiar with the MACV platform, GORUCK built these based on a Vietnam-style era boot that combat special forces used to utilize back in the day. They modernized it, used a lot of more upgraded materials, R&D, all that good stuff. The quality that you would expect from a pair of boots from GORUCK is all the way there. For those of y'all that are not familiar with GORUCK, they're known for making some of the most badass and durable rucksacks, backpacks, fitness apparel, training equipment. If you follow me for a while, you've seen me utilize them. I absolutely love their products. So again, these boots are no exception. They're very durable. I'm really loving the MACV-2. They've done a couple of really cool upgrades that we'll go into. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, guys, so when we're talking differences between the two boots, there's really only three major differences here. So first one's gonna be the most aggressive one, and that's the tread difference. So you can see here on the V1 versus the V2, you got a much more aggressive tread over here on my left. So on the side profile here, you've got a thicker heel as well too, better shock absorption with these. And with all that extra tread and extra outsole, you only change the difference in weight by about 1.7 ounces. So you're at 18.1 here, you're at 19.8 here on the V2s. Big plus in my book. I don't think that that's that big of a difference in weight. So that's a huge plus on my end here. Second difference is you're gonna get a slightly wider toe box on the V2. I love that. That means more comfort. Your foot's gonna be able to move more freely. So big win there. You can't see it on the back end of these boots, but you also have a tighter heel cup on the V2 versus the V1. What benefit does that mean to you? Is that means if you're going up steep inclines or just hiking all day long, rucking, whatever it is you're doing, your heel's gonna stay snug in the back of that boot. It's not gonna ride up or down. Less friction, less potential for blisters, more comfort all day, and a snugger fit. So that's gonna be our main differences between these boots. That was my biggest gripe too initially, was when I was utilizing this boot a lot. The tread just wasn't aggressive enough for me. I was noticing slippage. I had a little bit of traction issues when I was going on rucks or hunts. So having the new tread on this is a huge game changer. I absolutely love that. I think that's the best feature that they could have changed on these boots if they were gonna change anything. So that's a big win for me. So comparisons aside, let's go ahead and get into the materials, features, and benefits. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and nerd out on some of the materials on these boots, and that's really what makes these so great. What I love that GORUCK did is that they took a if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of approach. They changed what needed to be changed on the boots, but also kept a lot of the great features on them, which made them such a great boot in the first place. Starting with the upper, you're gonna have a suede leather finish on here like I have on these ones. They do also come in what's called challenge leather, which will be a full grain leather option, and they'll come in different colors. Aside from the upper leather option on here, you've also got 1000D Cordura and a 2-inch nylon webbing around the ankle, and it's also padded. So that gives you added ankle support and ankle comfort as well too. So this won't cause friction, this won't cause any rash or anything like that as you're rucking in those. Aside from the upper, you've got the outsole. Outsole is going to be everything below here, which is made from what's called a lightweight EVA. It's a dual compound material. So the great thing about that mixed with the upper is it's lightweight. So that's going to make a big deciding factor whether or not you want to wear the boots. If it's made with a heavier material or something like that, it's going to make it heavier. So they did a great job on these, keeping them lightweight, but also making a good blend and balance between the two upper and the outsole materials on here. Going into profile, you're gonna have an option for either a 6-inch or an 8-inch boot. Really, that just depends on your preference, whether or not you like a higher or a lower profile boot. I have the 6-inch, that's my personal preference on those. The fit is gonna be true to size on these guys. I wear an 11, so that's what I got. They fit perfect right out the box. And again, you're gonna have a wider toe box on these as well too, which will make it more comfortable. Something to note on the heel is they have what's called a premium suede heel counter, which is gonna reduce friction on these boots, coupled with the upper on here is gonna add for all day comfort on the boots as well. Those are some of the most important design features on here that I felt were necessary to go over with you guys. All that being said is it's a super comfortable boot. It's easy to break in. There's zero break-in period on them, really. Right out the box, you can go ahead and take them on a long hike and really get them molded to your foot, which I love. I think GORUCK knocked it out of the park with these again with these boots. The biggest design flaw that the V1s had was just the lack of tread, which they fixed, and then they kept all the good things about the V1s on the V2s. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. If y'all have any questions, feel free to hit me up, shoot me a message, comment, whatever it is. You know my door's always open. Until then, guys, get out there, keep having some fun, and keep shooting them straight.